it's coming down pretty good. Definitely like that bottom side of the Lake Michigan there. It's got to be like that lake effect. That I think Michigan's supposed to get like a foot or more. So I don't know how much Indiana's going to end up getting, but yeah, it's been snowing. Right now the roads are clear. On the way to pick up the trailer, the roads are starting to get a little bit dicey, but looks like it's okay now. We'll see. I may not be out of the clear yet, but I think once I get back over towards Chicago, I don't think it's snowing anymore, so should pretty much just be an Indiana thing, and then out of it, I'm hoping, because it's coming down real good, actually. I chose to pick up, I had, both trailers were from Coachman. I chose to pick up the small one. It's just a little 134 Catalina. It's probably like, I don't know, 12 or 15 feet long. It's tiny. I think it's the smallest camper I've ever pulled. But the other one, I want to say, was like longer than 30 feet. So I, just because of the weather, I decided I'll just grab the smaller one and go to the shorter distance today, just in case I hit any traffic or anything that's going to take longer. Like last time it was snowing, was it like last week when I was coming through Indiana and it was snowing, they had the highway shut down and stuff, and it ended up being a really long day. So I didn't want to take a chance at grabbing the one that's going further distance, and you know, if I hit traffic or road closures or accidents or whatever, I figured I'd be better off grabbing the smaller trailer, going the shorter distance for today. Plus, I'm going to be passing right by my in-laws' house, and I've got some family in town, so I'm going to meet my wife and kids there, and I don't know, maybe have dinner or something there. It is really windy today. I haven't checked what it's at, but it's at least 30 mile an hour winds today, if not more. That's another reason why I grabbed the smaller one, just because I knew this wind was going to be kicking around, and at least with the smaller trailer, it's not kicking me around as much. But I meant to do a video when I hooked this up, and I totally forgot. It was snowing and kind of nasty out. They had these small trailers. If you've been to Coachman, they have them like right in the front, and they just got them packed in like sardines. And I had like barely enough room to straighten my truck out to hook up to the camper. I probably should have seen if I could pull it by hand and get it out into the aisle. But with the snow and stuff, I probably would have slipped, so it probably wouldn't have worked out. But the problem was, once I got it hooked up, I didn't have enough room to pull forward and get the trailer out without having a trailer in front of me. So it took me a minute to get it out of there, because I had to adjust and correct, like, you know, it's like a 90-point turn. It was crazy trying to get in and out of there. And then they were so tight together that you actually couldn't even walk in between them. So I had to like go around and get to the back to put my plate on and stuff like that. But yeah, they had them in there pretty tight. The aisles were real tight. So that's one time where I was wishing I had a shorter bed truck, not the long bed, because just trying to get my truck turned around in there was tight. But we got it out. Everything was good. I feel a little bit ridiculous pulling such a little trailer with such a big truck, but then I didn't feel so bad, because the guy next to me that was hooking up to another one, he had a dually, so he probably looks a little bit more ridiculous than I do pulling this little trailer. Actually kind of surprised that I got this trailer, because this is like a candidate for multi-haul or tow and haul, you know, these tiny little ones, but maybe there wasn't enough, or maybe they needed it moving, I'm not sure. I don't mind it, because I get paid the same amount of money whether it's 20 feet or 40 feet, so getting a little better gas mileage. Like I said, with the bad weather, I'd rather be pulling this little one that's not going to move my truck around, and the wind's not really, I mean, I can feel it moving the trailer, but it's not affecting the truck at all. So if I was pulling like a 30 plus footer, I think I'd be getting moved around quite a said, I'm stopping on my way back. Spend some time with family, so I'm expecting to be there around 4 o'clock. This Slinger, Wisconsin dealership, it's kind of nice because it's only like an hour 45 from my house. But like I said, I'm not going to my house today, but should mention it gets a little bit confusing with logbooks when you don't go back to your house, because you're supposed to log from your home spot to pick up the trailer, log to drop off the trailer, and you're supposed to log all the way back home. So I'm going to shut my logs off when I stop at my in-laws. Technically, I think I'm supposed to start them back up to head home, but I don't think I'll be able to, because I'll probably be outside of my 14-hour window. And I'm definitely not going to just like spend the night there just because of that. So I know other guys in the RV transport and hot shotting have talked about that as like a little bit of a difficulty. Like, it's kind of a silly thing that you can't just stop anywhere. You have to log back to your home base eventually. So I'm not sure if my 14-hour shift still has drive time on it. I'll just log home for the heck of it, just to keep it good. But if I stay long enough to exceed my 14-hour shift, I'm just gonna drive home. But yeah, it's kind of, I know there's been many videos on these logs and stuff. It's kind of silly. Doesn't make a lot of sense how they have the logs set up, and it definitely seems like whoever made the law for the logs probably has never actually done any hotshot trucking or anything, any kind of trucking in general, because it doesn't really make sense that, like, you could start your logs any time of the day. It's basically when you say, hey, I'm heading to go pick up a camper, you start your logs. So like, if I want to leave at 6 a.m., 4 a.m., 8 a.m., as long as my previous shift has reset, I can leave at any time. It doesn't, I could be up for like 24 hours and not sleep, and then decide, okay, I'm going to leave. And then, I've got a 14-hour shift ahead, like 11 hours of driving. And it doesn't really make a lot of sense. I don't know. I'm not trying to say I know a better way to do it, but I feel like there should be a better way for the logs. I get what they're trying to do with, making sure you don't drive too much and, be tired, but there's a lot of variables in that. So that's my little rant with the logs. I know I mentioned I'd make a video on logs, and I haven't done that yet, but that's probably coming eventually. I just haven't had time for that. Kind of annoying, but I know some guys that like that run farther away. It gets a little bit confusing, because like if you're doing this as like a part-time thing and kind of trying to pay for your travel, it's like if you drive, let's say you leave Indiana, you head down to Florida to drop a trailer off, and then you want to spend some time in Florida, you have to make sure you log back to like Indiana or your home state, or it's kind of like, it should just reset, especially if you spend the night, like let's say you spend 2 nights in Florida vacationing. Like, I don't know why you would have to log yourself back anywhere. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I might even be wrong on it, so throw that in the comments if I'm crazy or I'm wrong, or what you do. But I can only answer what I do, and like I said, I'll make a video about the logs at some point. But I'll try to do a video when I drop this trailer off, just so you can kind of see it. It's tiny, but for now I'm gonna keep driving through this nasty weather, and hopefully it clears up soon. Alright, I'm all unhooked at this Coachman 134 Catalina. Very small trailer up here in Slinger, Wisconsin. trying to see if I can find the tag to see actually how big it was. Let's see. I don't see it. Nice little trailer though. Oh, here we go. Dry weight 2,300. Let's see. That's about 2 pounds, 16 feet. All right. All right, headed out to this dealership at Slinger here, and get a little idea of what it looks like. This is the back side. It's a pretty big dealership over here. It's the back side of the dealership. They got it inspected really quick for me. It worked out really nice because the girl that does the inspections here, she must have been coming back from her break or whatever, and she saw me out there, so I didn't even have to go inside. She came out and said, you know, perfect timing, and started doing the inspection right there. Only thing is she keeps stealing my pen. I keep forgetting to get it back from her, so I gotta stock up on pens. But that's okay. She does such a good job. I don't mind losing the pens. It saved me a lot of time. I was probably only there for 10 minutes. She did a quick walk around and signed off on it, and I was on my way. Like I said, I didn't even have to go inside. I was just start, and she lets me unhook right away. Like some of the places ask that you leave it hooked up until their inspection is done. She let me unhook it right away. And like I said, I was only there for 10 minutes or so. Worked out nice. So got that delivered. I'll be headed back to Indiana in the morning. Pick up trailer number 3 for the week. And I think I am going to reach out to my dispatcher, see if I can get a 4th one for the weekend. I don't know if I'll run it Saturday or maybe Sunday. But it'd be nice to get back over that like gross of $2,000 for the week. You know, and realistically it's only running 4 days, so it's not really, you know, it'll be about 40 hours worth of work, but in a 4-day period. So I think if he's got a load for me, I'll run one either Saturday or Sunday. So, but that's it. I did that quick walk around just to kind of show the small trailer. It's only 16 feet. I thought it was shorter than that. To be honest, it felt like I was pulling like a 10-foot, 12-foot trailer, something like that. It was like 2,300 pounds dry weight, so not bad at all. The only downside was because of all the snow in Indiana, I got ice all over the front of my truck, and it covered like the sensors, so it wouldn't let me use cruise control. And pulling that little trailer, I kept finding myself doing 75, 80. And that's faster than I like to go pulling a trailer. So I usually keep it at a max of 70. And so because I was going a little faster, I only got like maybe 12.5 miles to a gallon. So normally pulling something like that, I could probably get above 13. But like I said, my cruise control wasn't working. I kept finding myself driving too fast. So I should have just pulled over and knocked the ice off once it stopped snowing, but it is what it is. I'll make a video for tomorrow while I'm doing that. That one will be going to Madison, Wisconsin, so a little bit further, not really. I want to say it's like 20 or 30 minutes more driving each way, so not a long day. This one here, I believe, paid $500. It's gonna be like an 8-hour day for me. I want to say I used leaving my house, going to Indiana and getting up here. It's like one full tank of gas, so about 100, $125. So you can kind of do the math. do the hourly wage, 8 hours, $500, about 100, call it 125 in fuel, leaves you with about 375 profit. So it's not like I always say, you're not getting rich, but beats the heck out of working in manufacturing for 15-20 bucks an hour. I got to listen to my podcast all day, some music, talk to some friends on the phone. I don't know, I'd rather do that than be working in a warehouse or manufacturing. So just something to kind of keep in mind. I think a lot of people have a false sense that the only reason I'm bringing this up is there was some more comments on some videos today that you're gonna go broke doing RV transport, this and that. But I still, when I run the numbers, it's still, even after I factor in fuel and I-Pass and some maintenance on the truck and stuff, I'm still making more than if I go get a job working in a warehouse or doing manufacturing. So am I saying it's the best job in the world? No, but it beats the heck out of some jobs, and you're gonna make a little bit more money, and it's easy. You're just driving. So let me know what you think in the comments, and if you're thinking about doing this line of work and you have any questions, definitely reach out. I'm happy to answer any questions.